Most gardeners spread mulch to smother weeds or keep soil moist, but when manure is layered directly under cardboard mulch, something extraordinary happens below the surface. It's not just about covering the soil, it sets off a hidden chain reaction that completely changes the way your garden soil breathes, feeds and regenerates. Few realize how powerful this method is, yet it's one of the simplest, most natural tricks to transform tired soil into a living, fertile system that works for you season after season. Why manure and cardboard work together? So powerfully. Cardboard by itself is already a favourite tool among gardeners because it blocks sunlight, preventing weeds from sprouting. But the real magic begins when you slip a generous layer of manure beneath it. The manure is rich in nitrogen, while cardboard is made of carbon. Together they create a balanced environment that fuels soil microbes in the exact way compost piles are built. This carbon-to-nitrogen partnership activates microbial life at high speed, breaking down organic matter and turning it into humus-rich soil far faster than cardboard or manure could achieve alone. Instead of letting manure dry out or leach nutrients, the cardboard locks in moisture and traps warmth. This means microbes stay active longer, earthworms are drawn up toward the manure layer, and decomposition runs continuously. It's a living underground factory that works even while you sleep. What happens during decomposition? When manure sits under cardboard, oxygen and heat interact with moisture to start breaking it down. The cardboard slows evaporation, so the manure remains damp for weeks. Microbes multiply rapidly in this moist, nitrogen-rich zone, consuming both the manure and the underside of the cardboard. As the cardboard softens, worms move in to feed, shredding it into tiny pieces and mixing it with the manure. This biological activity produces carbon dioxide, heat and organic acids that further loosen soil structure. The end result is not just decomposed manure, but a deep infusion of humus, minerals and microbial life throughout the topsoil. Over time, the cardboard itself disappears completely, leaving behind nothing but fertile, fluffy ground ready for planting. How nutrients are released. The nutrients locked inside manure are not immediately available to plants. They need to be broken down by soil organisms first. With cardboard acting as a cover, the decomposition process is steady and controlled. Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium seep gradually into the soil, feeding plant roots without burning them. This slow-release feeding, really mimics the way nutrients cycle in nature, reducing the risk of over-fertilization. Worms also play a starring role here. As they digest the softened cardboard and manure, they leave behind castings rich in plant-available nutrients. This means that over the months your soil turns into a continuous source of natural fertilizer, requiring fewer outside inputs. The moisture effect. Cardboard is a surprisingly good moisture regulator. By sitting on top of the manure, it prevents rain or irrigation water from washing nutrients away too quickly. Instead, water moves slowly downward, carrying dissolved minerals deeper into the soil profile where roots can access them. In dry seasons, the cardboard reduces evaporation, keeping the manure from crusting or hardening. This stable moisture level creates the perfect habitat for fungal networks to thrive. The cardboard layer captures this warmth, acting like a blanket. This gentle rise in soil temperature encourages root activity, speeds microbial breakdown, and gives crops an early season advantage. Even cool weather crops benefit from this subtle warmth because their roots can push deeper into loosened, nutrient-rich soil. Weed suppression and root freedom. One of the hidden benefits of this method is the way it handles weeds. Cardboard smothers weed seeds, but manure beneath it prevents opportunistic weeds from sneaking through cracks. At the same time, plant roots face no resistance as they grow downward because the decomposed manure softens the soil beneath. Instead of struggling against compacted earth, roots spread quickly, anchoring plants and boosting yields. The right way to layer manure under cardboard is, well, pretty simple, but needs to be done with care to maximize results. Start by watering the ground lightly so the soil is not bone dry. Then spread a layer of well-aged manure about 2 to 3 inches thick across the surface. A reliable formula is 1 part fresh manure to 4 parts water, mixed thoroughly. For every 10 kilograms of fresh manure, add about 40 litres of water and let it sit for 3 to 5 days before use. This creates a nutrient-rich slurry that is safer and faster to break down under cardboard. Once the manure is in place, lay down flattened cardboard sheets directly on top, making sure the edges overlap by at least 6 inches to block any light from reaching the soil. Wet the cardboard until it is soft and pliable, which helps it mould to the ground and begin its breakdown process faster. Finally, cover the cardboard with a thin layer of compost, soil or organic mulch to keep it weighted down and protected from wind. So, what can you expect after a few weeks? Well, within about 2 weeks, you'll notice the manure starting to heat up and soften, while the cardboard will show the first signs of breaking down. By the 4th week, earthworms and those white fungal strands will be clearly active underneath. The soil below will feel spongy and take on a darker colour, which is a sure sign that humus is beginning to form. By the 2nd or 3rd month, the cardboard will be almost completely gone, replaced by loose, fertile ground just teeming with life. Gardeners who use this method often report stronger root growth, healthier foliage and, better yields overall. Because you see, nutrients are released gradually, plants rarely show any signs of deficiency or excess. Instead, the soil develops a natural balance that sustains your crops all season long. What really makes this approach stand out is just how it builds soil year after year. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that feed the plants directly but leave the soil depleted, manure under cardboard actually improves the soil itself. It increases organic matter, boosts microbial diversity and, enhances the soil's ability to hold water. Over time, your garden beds will need less watering, fewer amendments, and honestly a lot less effort when it comes to weeding. This method actually mimics natural forest cycles, where leaves, organic matter and waste decompose under layers of organic cover, continually enriching the soil. By copying this natural system, you end up creating a garden that practically takes care of itself. Whether you're starting a brand new garden bed, reviving poor soil, or just trying to manage weeds without chemicals, layering manure under cardboard is a practical and cost-effective solution for every gardener. It really requires minimal effort once set up and gives long-lasting results. Beginners love it because it simplifies weed control and fertilization in one step, while experienced gardeners appreciate the way it builds a living soil foundation for future crops. Layering manure under cardboard mulch is more than just a clever gardening hack. It's actually a natural system that transforms ordinary soil into a thriving ecosystem. Beneath that simple sheet of cardboard, microbes, worms and fungi are working tirelessly to create the best possible home for your plants. The longer you use it, the richer your soil becomes, turning your garden into a self-sustaining, fertile powerhouse. If you found this guide valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and share it with fellow gardeners and subscribe to Growth Hub Central for more proven, soil-smart techniques that keep your garden thriving season after season.